A message from the angels. Channeled by Ann Albers. April 29, 2019. The angels share some wonderful ideas about reprogramming the unconscious and conscious mind, and I'll share a wild, crazy story about how I put that to use to ward off a spiritual challenge that could otherwise have easily become quite a physical one as well. Programming yourself. And this week's spiritual adventure. Message from the angels. My dear friends, we love you so very much. Before you go to bed tonight, take a few moments to think about who you wish to be. Ask yourself, what parts of me would I like to leave behind as I ease my spirit back into the realms of oneness tonight? What within me must be released so I can resurrect greater love, greater health, greater abundance, greater expression, and greater joy tomorrow? Focus on the you that you wish to be as you awaken in the morning. Do you want to be healthy, happy, filled with enthusiasm? Do you want to wake up feeling loved, with, or without, a partner in the future? Do you want to wake up in an abundant reality giving thanks for all your blessings? Imagine waking up that way. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up happy, healthy, enthusiastic in a life where you feel grateful for your first breath each day. Imagine waking up feeling loved and loving. Imagine feeling wealthy in spirit and abundant in your material world. What would it feel like to wake up in that reality? Let your imagination run wild as you drift off to sleep. Take these feelings with you into your dreams. The moment you wake up, see if you can resurrect the feelings you had before bed. Imagine you are waking up to a glorious day, feeling better than yesterday, happier, more abundant, grateful, and enthusiastic. Even if you have to face tasks you'd rather not face, say to yourself, this is the day that the divine has made. I will make it the best and most loving day possible. No matter what. Bring your light and good feelings into the day. Bring your feelings of abundant gratitude. Tell yourself that your life is getting better and better every day, in every way. Don't look for evidence. Make a decision to embrace your resurrected reality. Declare it. Feel it. It lives within you. Even if externally you are still unhealthy, imagine a healthy self inside, coming to the surface more and more each day. Feel it. Even if externally you still go to a job you don't like, imagine waking up feeling joyous about your work. Make a decision to trust the guided journey until you get there. Even if you are surrounded by unloving souls, tell yourself, I am loved. Imagine it until you feel it. Decide to embrace your new reality even before it shows up in your life. Allow the parts of yourself that seek evidence for the negative, that expect disappointment, that doubt in your eventual victories to die, as a deeper, truer, more joyous version of yourself is resurrected from the inside out. Now breathe in fully and deeply as you mentally root yourself in this reality. As you go about your day, see how long you can stay resurrected in these new feelings of love and light. When you seed the unconscious mind in sleep, and strengthen the muscles of your conscious mind by day, your life will become progressively easier and more beautiful. God bless you. We love you so very much. The angels. Message from Ann. Hi everyone. I channeled the angel message last week, but didn't have a personal story to go with it, so I asked the angels for a different message last week. They told me to save this one. Little did I know I'd have the perfect story this week. This is a long story, another episode of the mystic reality show that is my life, so grab a cup of tea or coffee and enjoy. There is a happy ending, I promise. This is one of those, well, Ann isn't perfect yet, and she's still having challenges, and learning stories. I continue where I left off last week. I was happier than ever, feeling wonderful, and on top of the world, when I accidentally tired myself out, and let down my guard. I decided to go grocery shopping late one night after a long day of work, and deep cleaning my house. I forgot to put the light of protection around me. I normally don't need it when my own light is bright, but I was a bit tired, and forgot. Now let me say before I go on, that this sort of thing didn't happen to me when I was just talking to angels years ago. However, as I started working more and more in the oneness, the angels cautioned me, and oneness means oneness. All of life, in all dimensions. You have to learn to dance with all frequencies, if you want this. You have to learn to see love, and be love no matter what. Anything less might attract those other energies lost in illusion. In plain terms, that means that I either stay in my light, intended to be surrounded by the light of protection, or risk lower vibrational energies jumping onto me, and clinging. When I started gazing 5 years ago, I had to become even more impeccable with my energy. Sometimes I still forget. So there I was in the grocery store, and I had my coupons with me. I had the urge to just leave the unused ones on the shelf, but I felt a tug from some part of my soul to approach an elderly couple that looked very unhappy, and offer the coupons to them. It wasn't an intuitive or angelic tug. Those feel joyous. Instead, it felt like some part of my soul just wanted them to know they were loved. Usually that feels wonderful. This night it felt exhausting. I wasn't listening to my present-day self. So I went over to hand them the coupons, and immediately got jumped by a spirit that had been attached to the woman. By the time I got home, I was breaking out in stinging nerve pain and shingles. The spirit was still attached to my liver and gallbladder, and that hurt like crazy. I knew I was in for a long night. My first question to the angels was rather ungraceful. What the? They told me that the spirit who jumped me was a past life fragment of the woman. In a past life, she was in a crowd daring righteously at a witch burning. Apparently I was the one getting toasted. This fragment of her soul had not gone into the light, they explained. It was in the astral plane, and recognized my spirit. It was angry that I was alive. They explained this was why I had the urge to make nice even when I didn't honestly feel like it. I was basically trying to say at some unconscious level, it's okay. Forgive yourself. I'm fine. Goodness. I know the angels aren't kidding, but sometimes I still feel crazy, and like my life is a multi-dimensional freak show. However, there was no time to question, or feel victimized by the story. I still had one rather unpleasant spirit aiming hatred at me. I did what I know to do. I told the spirit I loved her, and wanted her to go into the light, and be happy. This one was stubborn, however, so I envisioned the light filling me, and emanating from me, and sent her so much love that she finally took off. I then commanded the shingles to leave immediately. I have had enough experience with that to know, it is my body's overreaction to angry energies. To heal something quickly, I know I have to be no nonsense, focused solely on the outcome, and have full faith. The stinging stopped, and the bumps started going down. I had a moment of incredible satisfaction. I decided as long as I was cleaning house, I might as well command my liver and gallbladder to completely release any trapped anger and frustration at myself for choosing to be a martyr in many lives, and to do so immediately. I forgot to intend joyful and gentle. My body listened. I instantly went into a full-blown gallbladder attack. I didn't even know that was a thing until that moment. On one hand, I hurt so badly I could barely breathe, but on the other I was incredibly amused, because I realized that I'd just created this quite powerfully. I felt the angels swarm in around me. They looked at me with tender love and intense compassion for my own spiritual insanity. I heard them clearly, giving me step-by-step instructions for the next several hours. "We'll get you through this, Ann. You're going to clear some obstructions you didn't even know were in there. It's going to hurt like crazy, but you'll be okay by around 1 or 2 a.m. Drink tons of water, but don't gulp. Like midwives coaching a mother giving birth, they got me to breathe, sip, and progressively relax until my liver and gallbladder did indeed clear something that needed to go. I don't know what I would have done without their exact and tender guidance." In bed finally, I did the programming exercise. I release martyrdom, frustration with myself, pain, and all illusions that are not born of the light. I wake up feeling amazing, clear, and deeply aware of the presence within. I imagined the feeling. I fell into a deep and restful sleep, and woke up feeling like a new woman, albeit a little tired and achy from the misadventure. Something deep and old had finally been released. I no longer felt like any part of my soul was frustrated or angry with myself about the choices I've made throughout lifetimes. I can now look back at things this life that were once deeply upsetting, and feel only love and gratitude for the souls involved, and lessons learned. It feels remarkable. I intend to go deeper into this, imagining every night that I wake up the next day filled with more love and light. Thankfully, most of you will never have to go through such extremes. My work in the oneness, and especially the gazing, does lend itself to standards of impeccability with energetic and personal boundaries that I am still learning to uphold. Nonetheless, for all problems great and small, we can die unto the old self and resurrect an even better one, starting with intentions before bed, and then with firm resolve throughout the day. Here are a few pointers to do just that. 1. Before bed, review your day. What would you do differently? How could you be more loving to yourself or others? More faithful? More focused on what you want? Don't beat yourself up. Just review as an observer. Who would you like to be tomorrow morning? Imagine you are already that. Imagine waking up healthy, happy, and enthusiastic. Imagine yourself as the most loving and gracious soul. Imagine being a person who takes impeccable care of yourself. Imagine whatever that you want to be. As you do so, feel as if it is real. 2. Anchor the feelings in the morning. The second you wake up, and recall the feelings you had the night before. Imagine being the you that you want to be. Resolve to do your best to be this person today. This is not about resolving what you are going to do or accomplish throughout the day. It is resolving to be a certain type of person, loving, gracious, feeling abundant, loved, healthy, whatever you like. 3. Reinforce throughout the day. Throughout the day, check in. Maybe you can set reminders on your phone. Are you being who you want to be? If not, don't beat yourself up. Just readjust. This is a powerful exercise that works with both the subconscious and conscious mind to help you shift and transform into the person you truly want to become, and it works. Even in my crazy life. Love you all. Ann.